Aloha, my name is Maya Soetoro-Ng. I'm a peace educator and University of Hawaii professor, and I'm a proud member of the Domestic Violence Action Center's Council of Allies. I have heard terrible, tragic stories from behind the closed doors of the pandemic, wherein relationships that edged on abusive were made fully so by virtue of a faltering economy and the isolation of lockdown. While the demand for domestic violence services has risen, availability and funding has gone down. So let us first renew our efforts to invest in life saving relationships, crisis hotlines, mentorships, shelters, and non residential domestic violence services of the sort that DVAC helps survivors access. I've heard from a number of survivors who are so grateful for DVAC's advocacy programs, which have helped to secure counseling and comprehensive victim assistance. Research shows that when working with domestic violence experts through organizations like DVAC or through faith based and cultural community orgs, survivors are better able to find the strength and the quality of life that ensures that they are not abused again in the future. The needs are so great. We need services for survivors to get help finding jobs, housing, to manage their money, to get counseling for themselves and children, healthcare assistance, childcare. DVAC helps meet the demands for and fill the gaps in services and provides local information to those in need. One thing that is really important to me is that we stop assuming that victims or perpetrators look or sound a particular way. Let's get rid of these unhelpful biases. Victims and aggressors may be family, friends, neighbors, co-workers. Domestic violence exists where one person is exerting power or control over another, and abuse may take so many forms: physical, sexual, emotional, financial, spiritual, technological, or in person stalking. Given the varying forms of abuse, the effects on the victims and the children in the home and in the community also vary and differ widely. DVAC helps people to know what to look for: flashbacks, self isolation, obsessive compulsive behaviors, trouble sleeping, broken bones, aggressive or violent behavior, low self esteem, eating disorders, depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation, and chronic pain, among other manifestations of harm. But Domestic Violence Action Center also helps people to understand the challenges of leaving in a nuanced way so that people can really help their loved ones. You know, the emotions and logistics are so complicated, with people feeling obligated to extended family, religious or cultural beliefs. They feel like they have nowhere else to go, no money to leave. They fear that their pets will be harmed or that they'll lose custody of their kids. Domestic violence often involves isolating victims from friends and family, so seeking support can be really difficult. Let's make it easier to seek and offer help, explore choices, create safety plan, and help survivors feel a sense of connection in an ongoing way. All of this requires that we find the language to communicate about domestic violence from wherever we are, through whatever channels and means we can access. Let's talk in our homes, our schools, our community spaces. The more we talk about domestic violence, the more likely it becomes that we can build awareness, identify abusive behaviors, and really take action productively to prevent harm to those we love and to people in our community. I think about the costs associated with domestic violence, which are astronomical, really enormous. But I also think about the terrible waste of all of this talented community who should be leading us, helping us with solutions for education, for solutions around food security or the climate crisis, who should be making us laugh and inspiring us with art or building movements, and instead are just trying to survive. Organizations like DVAC offer pathways forward and help change behavior and mindset and culture. And so I'm really proud to be part of these collective efforts. But I'm just small, and DVAC is just one part of these efforts. We need everyone's participation. So thank you for being our thought partner. Thank you for supporting us, and I'll see you in community.